we turn to news from overseas with their latest video featuring the murder of an American, a former soldier doing volunteer work, and a mass beheading, a video we will not show, obviously. ISIS keeps trying to outdo itself in terms of shock value. They remain the face of horror and terror in the modern world, and this now ups the pressure to find them and defeat them. We get our report on all of it tonight from our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel.
In Indianapolis, friends and family remembered the 26-year-old Iraq War veteran who dedicated his life to help victims of war and paid for it with his own.
Our hearts, though heavy, are held up by the love and support that has poured into our lives these last few days.
Peter Kassig traveled to Syria last year to volunteer as a medic and was kidnapped. In captivity, he converted to Islam and changed his name to Abdurrahman. It didn't help. He was tortured and saw some European cellmates released for ransom. And others, American and British, marched out to be killed. Secretary of State Kerry defended the U.S. policy.
The United States has set a heart-rending but absolutely necessary example by refusing to pay ransom for captured Americans.
The ISIS video is revealing. Kassig makes no statement and is never seen alive. It was shot in Dabiq, an ISIS-held town in northern Syria. Behind the hooded figure, trees and buildings are visible that appear to match similar landmarks in aerial photographs. The video also shows Syrian soldiers executed by ISIS fighters, the killers' faces exposed. Like in the mafia, they're now implicated. They can't go home. One fighter, identified today as Maxime Oshad, a French national who went to Syria last year. ISIS says its goal with this video and others is to drag the U.S. into a ground war and to show that U.S. airstrikes haven't stopped them.
ISIS is still holding at least 2 Western hostages, British photojournalist John Cantley, who's been forced to become a spokesman for the group, and a 26-year-old American woman who hasn't been identified. Richard Engel, NBC News.